What's up? I'm back again with another ranking video. So yeah, you seen the title, you heard it. We talk about it in pop culture, we talk about it in movie news all the time. Which is the best Captain America movie? We always like to rank these videos because we like these movies. We always want to compare them to DC, but I'm a guy that likes a lot of good movies, so um I watched Captain America movies over the weekend, and I came up with my ranking, with my top ranking for these movies. Now you're asking yourself, which could it be? Could it be Civil War? Could it be The Winter Soldier? Or could it be The First Avenger? Which one? The First Avenger, Captain America. Which one is the worst? And which one is the best? Now a lot of people saying Winter Soldier is the best. Oh no, Civil War is the best because Captain and Iron Man fighting. But in my opinion, which is the best one? In your opinion, which is the best one? Like, everything is subjective, so it's really no right and wrong errands. But in my opinion, in my opinion, I feel like, yep, you guessed it. I feel like Captain America, the First Avenger, is the weakest Captain America movie with Steve Rogers. Why? Because there wasn't a lot of action scenes. It seemed like we got more of his childhood and we got more of Private Steve Rogers than we got, the actual Captain America. He didn't really get the serum until like the third act, or in the middle towards the third act. So I thought that was kind of weak for a first film. That first film always set the tone to other films, and it's always supposed to be better than the sequel. But some other negatives that it just didn't have his arch nemesis, the Red Skull. There wasn't enough of the Red Skull himself. It seemed like he only got a couple minutes to shine and be evil, and then that was it. We didn't see the Red Skull again until Infinity War, and that's like years later, movies later, almost over 13 movies later, something like that. So I thought this movie was really weak. Although it is a good movie, it is one of my favorite movies, but it's just not my top choice for a Captain America movie. I think this movie did a good job building a relationship between him and Bucky, and the girl, Peggy, I think her name is, whoever his love interest is. It did a good job building an interest on that, but other than that, it was more Private Steve Rogers than Captain America, you know. And it's just not enough action. It was not a lot of good. It was not good action in this movie. I'm an action guy. I love for seeing fight scenes and stuff like that. So there wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot in this movie, but I do appreciate what we got. I think it did a good job of setting Steve Rogers' story arc up towards the end, all the way to Endgame, especially his relationship with Buggy and his love interest. I thought it did a good job of that, but it just, it didn't do a good job of, him being Captain America for the first time. We didn't really get that until The Winter Soldier, which is in this ranking. But that's just some of my nitpicks. Some things that I do like about this movie. I do like the end credits thing. I think it ended on a good note, although I thought it was fast. Because we see Bucky fall off the train, and we don't get that story until Winter Soldier. I thought that was a big missed opportunity. I think they could have just cut that down and tease the audience that he was alive and he was becoming a Winter Soldier. I think that would have been good. They should have shed down that probably, I don't know, gave us like an extra 20 minutes of telling Bucky's story becoming the Winter Soldier. I think that would have set up the Winter Soldier nice when he came out. But other than that, like I said, I like the end credit scene, with him waking up decades later, not knowing where he's at, and then Nick Fury, enroll him into the Avengers. So I thought that was pretty cool, but it's just not enough action in this movie. So that's the weakest in my opinion. But what do you guys think? You go leave your comments. You know, everything is subjective, so share your thoughts. Coming in at number 2. What's the second best movie? Well, Civil War. You know, I know everybody's like, "Oh, you picked Civil War." Yeah, I think Civil War is kind of weak because it kind of sidelined Captain America. You know, this is a Captain America movie, and it seemed like my attention span was focused more on Spider-Man, you know, Black Panther, and there was some even Ant-Man in that airport scene. You know, and him in the beef between who Team Cap and Iron Man. It seemed like Iron Man pretty much stole the show in this movie, and every Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Black Panther, you know, they seem like everybody was more interested in them, which they should be, because nobody really know who Black Panther was. I didn't know who Black Panther was, and I thought it was a good introduction on how he came about. You know, he was very, you know, Black Panther was very masculine, very revengeful in this movie. But like I said, this is a Captain America movie. It seemed like he got sidelined. So yeah, I would say Civil War is the second weakest. It's in the middle, you know, but I like the movie. The movie's good. It was directed by the Russo brothers. I love that airport scene. Probably one of the best scenes gonna be in comic book history. The scene between him and Iron Man, that whole sequence with Iron Man finding out who killed his daddy, you just felt sad for Tony. You know what I'm saying? I felt sad for him. He was like, "Did you know?" He was like, "Don't bullshit me. Did you know?" Just that whole acting sequence. I love that. I thought Robert Downey Jr. did a good job because you felt the emotions of what Tony was going through that time. Like when he was watching that video, seeing Bucky kill his parents and Bucky just standing right there like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked." You know, and then Captain America got to decide, like, you know, I can't let him fuck up my friend, you know, but I can't kill Tony, you know. So, but I think the movie showed his love for Bucky, though, because he was willing to die for Bucky. He turned in his shield for Bucky, you know. So I do like that aspect of the movie. The Civil War, who's Team Cap and Team Iron Man. I was always on Team Cap because I felt like the government shouldn't be intervening, and I thought the reason why Tony wanted the government to intervene was weak because that lady's son got killed, some shit like that. I thought that was kind of weak, you know. But it's, you know, it's a movie. It is a good movie. What else I thought? I thought the action in the scene was good. You know, every action scene. But the villain, I thought that was kind of weak. You know, I thought that was kind of weak, and I didn't like how Black Panther forgave the villain because, you know, he wanted to. He pretty much killed his daddy, but, you know, Black Panther was like, "Oh, I'm forgive you" and all that shit. You know, kind of remind me of Wakanda Forever when Shuri forgave homeboy Namor at the end. Same old shit, just a forgiving family for killing responsible for killing their parents. Like that's. I mean, you see the consistency with Marvel and T'Challa and his family. They forgive people who kill their family members. I didn't like that. But it is a good movie. All the action scenes is good. I would like said, I was always Team Cap. Well, tell me, what was you guys? Was you Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Leave your comments below, and you know, everything is subjective. You know, but let's get into the number one. What was the best Captain America movie? That is Winter Soldier. I gotta say Winter Soldier. I watched this last night and I'm like, damn, this movie was fire. You know what I'm saying? Especially like the opening scene when Cap took out all those guys on the ship by himself, and then he took out the dudes at Shield. Like this, Cap got some bodies in this movie. Like he got a lot of bodies, and then the action sequence between him and Bucky when he found out who he is, I thought all that was good. It was just like, I think this movie is like an adrenaline rush because it goes up and down. Like it has its slow points, then it has its high points, and it goes slow points, then it has its high points. So That's what I like. I like movies like that. You know, I don't like movies just always flat. Even though Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, and Black Widow was in it, they wasn't like overshadowed. They were just sideline characters. Like this is a Captain America movie where he was his most dominant, most masculine. I wish they would have kept this same energy throughout the film, throughout the series, because this is the Cap that I wanted. You know what I'm saying, in Endgame, wanted in Infinity War. It seemed like they kind of softened him up after Winter Soldier. But, you know, I know it's a lot of, you know, pussy ass parents and we got the PC generation crying because he having bodies. But in this movie, Captain America had the most bodies. Like he killed over like 30 people. And I lost count after that. Like just that ship alone, the scene with him on the ship taking out those bodies like in stealth mode. I liked it that. Like he killed over like 10 people, you know, so I would think this one, Captain America Winter Soldier, is the best Captain America movie today. And it's one of the top MCU movies of all time. Like I said, I don't know. We haven't got the other Captain America yet, but we'll see how that happens. But as far as the Steve Rogers arc go, I would say Captain America the Winter Soldier is the best one. But I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Got more videos coming up. I got the Spider-Man movies ranked coming up, so you definitely don't want to miss that. As you see, I got everything already set up for that. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Hit that notification so you don't miss it. But other than that, you know, leave your comments below. Share your thoughts. And I will see you. Yeah, you. On the next video. This is Harsh Critics, the smoothest, the most coolest channel on YouTube. And yup, I said it because it will be. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.